With Jacob Quagliozzi, Deputy Leader of the Labour Party, St Albans District Council.
Hello. I think it's a great turnout. I think it's always good to have lots of people. The left's a broad church and a broad temple, whatever you want to call it. So there's lots of people with different viewpoints, but we're all here for one reason. That's because we love the NHS, and that's because we think that what's happening to the NHS is wrong, and particularly the Health and Social Care Act 2012 needs to be repealed. I would say the best way to do that is a Labour government in 2015 and voting that way on May the 7th. So I feel quite empowered by it, actually. Thank you. I think Ken Loach is a good speaker. I think all the speakers spoke well, and it's a pretty amazing thing these people have done, really, isn't it? To walk, not just to walk the 300 miles, but to kind of get this body of support, good coverage, and there's a real kind of feeling of solidarity and purpose about what they're doing.
I think it's a very good turnout. It's fantastic.
Just want to introduce yourself first?
Malachy, Pakenham. I'm Labour Councillor for Batchwood Ward in St Albans. I think it's a very, very good turnout. Cross-section of people, different parties and no parties, and ordinary people.
The Conservatives and the Lib Dems seem to be conspicuous by their absence today.
Well, they're busy dismantling the health service, so they can't be here today. So, I think it's been a good turnout. And I think people need to have a bit of a wake-up call that the NHS is slowly slipping away from them.
Hi, I'm Martin Leach. I'm the leader of the Labour group on the District Council.
St Albans District Council, obviously.
St Albans District Council. Hi.
So what would you like to share? What would you like to say?
Well, this is a really important event, and for everybody who's concerned about the NHS. And I just think, you can see how many people have come along today and the enthusiasm that everybody's showing. And, it's a pity that it's not been picked up on the national media if I have a negative. Hopefully...
They were interviewed on the Daily Politics show in Luton this morning, which I believe is going to be on tomorrow. So
right, okay.
A little momentum being gained, hopefully.
And hopefully on Saturday, of course, when they reach London as well. Yes,
although big rallies in London can always easily get missed, can't they? When you only have to look at Anonymous on November the 5th last year, that was completely blanked by all the mainstream media.
Outside the BBC house, that's right. Yes.
So, sorry,
anyway,
a bit of an aside. Well, not negative, but an aside.
Yes. Well, it's a really important issue. The changes will affect us all, and so it's quite right that there's a cross-section of people from across the district here today to represent them.
Yes. So, as a Labour Party locally, what are you doing to help support the NHS?
Well, for this event, we're taking part obviously in the rally, and we'll be marching tomorrow, the main march from St Albans. I'll be doing the St Albans to London Colney leg, and we'll continue to take opportunities like this to publicise the fact that the NHS is under attack.
Okay. When you're out door knocking, what are people saying to you when you're out talking to people, when you're canvassing and talking with constituents?
Well, the NHS is always not far from people's thoughts, and it comes up in different guises. People talk about the situation at the A&E over in Watford. They'd very much like to see St Albans get its own A&E.
I think that's unlikely to happen.
I think it's unlikely to happen too. In fact, I think the greater fight at the moment probably will be around trying to keep a presence in St Albans. But we'll see what happens, because the local trust are going to announce what their review of their sites will show us in the next few weeks, I think, in the next few months perhaps.
Okay, all right, Martin, thank you ever so much for your time. Cheers, thank you.